Alright guys, I'm going to talk about making a risk visible. And what I mean by that is often risk management, and put your hands up if you're guilty of this, is an exercise that we do and put in the cupboard. So if you've got a risk register, put your hands up. And keep your hands up if your risk register is in a place where people know where it is. People can access it, i.e. it's not in the cupboard locked away. Not many hands still up. For most people, risk management is an invisible art. And for a lot of people, we keep it on a very small piece of paper, which often we do our due diligence and then we throw it away. Okay? That was a good shot, by the way, in case you're watching. What I'm going to talk about now is making risks more overt. So taking it out of the drawer and making it obvious. For a lot of us, why we hide in the drawer? I don't know, maybe it's a psychology that if it's in the drawer, the risk can't actually get us. That's not real, okay? So take it out of the drawer, make it obvious. If you look at most risk management processes, standards, guidelines, even if you go down the health and safety avenue, they say risk management should be a collaborative approach involving other people and also an obvious approach. So taking out of the cupboards and making sure people know what's going on. Communication, collaboration are the key to risk management. So what I'm going to do is take some bigger pens to try and make risk management more obvious and take a bigger piece of paper. Bigger piece of paper. Here you are. Now this is going to be a little bit out of focus, so just bear with me whilst I deal with the video technicalities. This is me bringing the video closer to my big piece of paper. Okay, now I have my big piece of paper. It is a whiteboard, but that's by the by. I'm going to call it a big piece of paper. To make this easy, to make this obvious, play this game. Draw some lines, make a little quadrant, and call this whatever you want. A risk board is often what it's called. Rate your risks in order of impact. So I'm going to call this axis impact from low to high. Cool, that's going to be my risk impact. And on the other axis here, I'm going to go and use possibilities. All right. Whoever knows how to spell that word, maybe spell it right on your one. And again, low to high. So you see I've got some quadrants here. Then what we can do is we can leave this big piece of paper in a very obvious spot. And this becomes our very overt and very simple risk register. So, risk number one, okay? High degree of probability, likewise high impact. Okay? You can tell this quadrant is going to be our scary quadrant that we're going to need to draw attention to. Okay, now risk number two, down here. So you can see the impact has dropped and the probability has dropped as well. So in order of magnitude, you can see that risk is of less, I don't know, I'm going to use the word scare factor, but there's probably a legitimate word for it. Okay. Just drop the red pen, so we're going in black. Risk number three, lower probability, lower impact. You get how this works. Right, so when we're looking at treating the risk, we can probably start here and say, all right, we need to solve the risk in the top right quadrants because bad stuff will happen and there's a high chance that this bad stuff will happen. So look at the 4 ways on how to treat risk. I'm not going to go into that now, but there's another video somewhere, otherwise I'll make it. And we're going to try and apply risk control. On the whiteboard, maybe put how this was controlled. And I like to list 4 things on here. So, have we chosen to accept this risk? If so, put accepted there. It would be ridiculously stupid in this case to accept this risk. Unless you've gone through all of the other possible controls and it was unavoidable, but I'd be scared. Has it been transferred? For me, I like to use in here, this risk has been allocated. Then put who it's been allocated to, maybe the person's name, the company name, and so on. 3, has it been mitigated? If so, if that risk has been mitigated, put in the controls that you've applied. And 4, has it been dealt with? Has it been sorted? A cool word for that is has this risk been resolved? Right? I'll take a photo of this in case it's totally out of focus, and then you can see what I'm actually talking about when I'm doing this. But that's usually what I like to do to make risk management obvious. Put it on the board in front of everyone, hang it up somewhere in the project office, wherever it's going to be. Quick little scale, you've got some quadrants, look at the magnitude of the risk, look at the likelihood of the risk, plot your risks out, then you can manage them in a very collaborative and overt fashion. All right, I apologize about the grade of this video, but hopefully the point has got across. Any questions, as always, flick them across and we can have a chat about it. Manage risk well, my friends. Manage risk well. Peace.